This video is in response to one of my loyal subscribers. Akil said Deskbot is one of his favorite archetypes. However, the deck is easily interrupted. There's the reason it's not his favorite. And Deskbot took that personal. So guys, I'll show you guys what this deck can do. This $70 Deskbot deck can do going first. These two spicy combos. If you have not seen it, check in the description. So guys, in this video, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna pit this deck versus not only two or three or four, but 5 interruption boards, guys. Akil. Now let's see what Deskbots can do versus these interruptions. So first, guys, we have 2 blue eyes. A basic 2 interruptions, nothing to call your grandma about. But let's see how the deck pretty much deals with this. So this guy is playing blue eyes, basic blue eyes. So I'm gonna go for one of the spiciest techs in this deck, which really ups this deck capabilities and allow them to go so much further than they would usually go. So I'm gonna go for Mike, which is pretty much gives you an extra normal summon. Be not have an extra normal summon, and unfortunately drew the Wyvern. I'm gonna allow Wyvern to do what it does, to search me the gearbox so I can get that extra search. But my opponent is pretty soon he negates, right? He plays his hands early, but we are all good. We are all good because we have so much follow-up we can do. Doesn't really matter what he does. So from here, I'm going for the genius. I'm going for the genius so I can pretty much go into my pendulum summon, poke the back, and being that I have Kage Bunshin, motion duplication in my hand, I will be able to get the effect from genius. So I pretty much go for my 1 pendulum summon to destroy the back row. Kind of a good play here. So I pretty much like just beat this out. It makes no sense to negate 5. 5 already done what it done. And in attempts to negate genius, unfortunately, genius is unaffected by spells and magic art. So we are all good. So I now go into my Kage Bunshin. I'm gonna bring 2 level 5s to the field, which pretty much gonna have genius activate effect, which is gonna give us a search. Now guys, this shows out the depth of this deck. And being on a $70 budget, the extra deck is not all that spicy, but it works. But just imagine if you are a Deskbot enthusiast and you're like, all right, I can just add a little $10 or $15 to that deck. And just imagine the amount of more damage you can do, guys. Because just this basic play here, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go into my Ancient Gear Ballista, which will pretty much give me the search he denied me of earlier. he denied me of earlier. I'm gonna go for my Deskbot free. And all this has been done, guys, and I have not yet used my second normal summon, and we all know Deskbot free and being normal summon is just too good. Just being too good. Yeah, so pretty much here, guys, like I said, so much plays. So let's imagine, guys. Let's imagine, do a little more investment on the extra deck. You don't even have to. This $70 bill just is so good, guys. But I'm just saying, just imagine. Alright, so from here, like, I have so many options. Like, how do I just get like, sometimes I'll be like, man, I don't know what to do because there's so many options with this deck, right? So I pretty much go into Cyber Dragon Infinity, collect one of his monsters. I have a 5/5 Deskbot 1 here. I can do so many plays, but that's enough to take this guy down. That's pretty much enough to take this guy down. And this is the 2 interruptions. Now let's check out 3 interruptions. So here, guys, we are taking on 3 interruptions. This is not the best of Deskbot hands, to be honest. But we have to see what we can do with it. We have to see what we can do. A hand like that being interrupted does not take us too far, but let's just see what Deskbot can do. All right, so this guy pretty much, this is like 2 forms of interruption here. Both our monsters get cleared off the field, so we have to pretty much resort into one of the best cards in the deck. Guys, reasoning. Deskbot's deck range from a level 1 to level 10. So the chances of reasoning being called right is highly unlikely. Highly unlikely. So pretty much I get into level 8. I have the bullet train in my hand. I go for the bullet train play. Add 1 extender. I would go into the Ancient Gear Ballista, which would get me gear. Gear will get me, well, my plan here was pretty much to get another pendulum 10. Any 10 would do here. But man, this guy is flexing his droplet. So 3 interruptions. Unfortunately, with this play here, I was unable to play through the interruption and destroy these guys. But still, guys, the amount of resources our opponent had to use based on the amount of resources we use would pretty much put us in an advantage in our upcoming turn. Yeah, this may be Eldritch and they do a lot of stuff, but this already has destroyed this guy board. 4 interruptions, and our hand wasn't even that good. So we are all good, guys. We are all good. Now the bullet train effect gonna activate. We are gonna get Deskbot free back in our hands. You know what that means next turn. Eldritch, we ain't gonna get OT Kid, so we are all good, guys. We are all good. He's gonna just walk over a monster. We are gonna lose some damage, 3,500 damage. That's fine, but we're gonna end the all here, guys. All here, guys. Like I said, 3 interruptions, guys. Pardon the misplays in this duel, but it just goes to show, played right, this deck is a monster. Back to the door. Interruptions. So we pop in that back row, get rid of any threat. And man, unfortunately, he banishes our bullet, but that's fine. We had no use for him anyway. So now I'm playing it safe. The plan is here to go for this guy with 0-2, which has already beefed up. 0-4 is going to activate the effect, so we can pretty much get 2 Deskbot on the field. Unfortunately, this guy scoops. So the 3 interruptions wasn't all I'm pressing. Unfortunately, I couldn't get a good 3 interruption board. Ugh. But guys, let's check out 4 interruptions, guys. Let's check out 4 interruptions. So guys, here we are going against Alter, guys. And we all know Alter, guys, is set 4, set 3, and pass. And we can already see the ash in this guy hand, free back row. So we know this is not going to be nice. However, guys, a kill. Do not sleep on Deskbot, bro. This guy ashes our first move, and this was a very good move. But that's fine, guys. Like I said, the tech cards, the extenders allow our opponent to utilize all the resources, so then we can dive into the normal deck and do all we can. Ancient Gear gets ash. All right, that's fine. So now we're gonna resort to our second. We're gonna resort to yet another tech card in the deck. Our bullet train gets hit. That's fine. 2 interruptions, guys. We're gonna go into our Kage Bunshin, machine duplication, which is gonna give us a +2. Well, that's actually a +4, +3. So yeah, so we're gonna get 2 searches. So we're gonna pretty much go for our pendulum 010, for our pendulum 05. And another one, so we can go into to pop his back row, right? So first, what I'm gonna do, of course, this is like a hidden support for this. Yeah, it's an ancient guy, but this guy comes in clutch all the time. So we go into our ancient Biliska gear, but this guy isn't having it. 3 interruption, guys. It's looking grim. So we're gonna go to our genius. We're gonna go to the genius because based on our hand, we can pretty much special summon 2 machine types, 2 genius to get an extra search. But the opponent is not having that, and he plays his smoothing, so he can pretty much get his multi-faker. Multi-faker is he's gonna activate, special summon itself, and it's gonna bring another Siloquist on the field, and gonna return my genius back to my hand. Guys, 4 interruptions, and we are still going, guys. We are still going. We are gonna get rid of the smoothing, which is one of the best cards in this deck, and then we are gonna get rid of this. And with Deskbot 4 effect, pretty much I brought level 8 to the field because Alter guys tend to target a lot. So if 8's on the field, no Deskbot can be targeted except 8. So, and I kept this board state at this just in case my opponent gets a good trap card coming up. So I just kept the board state as is. I got a nice search for free, and at the end, my bullet train effect activated. I took 2 back in my hand. So we are looking fine. It would have been best if I returned the ballista to my hand. I guess at the time I was like, I didn't figure it. Alright, so my opponent now has to just pretty much resort to his 1 multi-faker. I pretty much go into a genius. But man, this guy just has some vendetta against genius. He just ain't allowed genius effect to go through. But we're fine, guys. We're fine. We're utilizing the tech cards, and Ancient Gear Catapult is coming in clutch. Second effect to destroy a card, special summon a token. Deskbot 05 is destroyed. We're gonna bring Deskbot 2 to the field to search, but this guy ain't having that. This guy nah, fam. You pass a 4 interruption board, you still want to flex on me? No. Guys, if you're receiving any value from this video, drop kick that like button. Now let's check out 5 interruption, guys. Deskbot versus 5 interruptions. So hey guys, my opponent puts up a 4 negate Appaloosa and has another interruption, as in this trap card. Now, what we all know, Deskbot is mainly a monster's effect, so Appaloosa is really gonna break your back. But yeah, but we ain't care about that. We ain't care about. We drop kicking every single life point. Alright, so the first play, man, this card is so good, and this is pretty much the most expensive card in the deck. It's like $10, but this card is so good in this deck. And one of my favorite plays with this card is bringing Deskbot 5 and Deskbot 1, which pretty much allows you to go into what's his face, into the Disorus card, which allows you to negate the face-up card and your opponent gives you a monster. But in this scenario, it wasn't warranted. I felt it was best to go into our boy here. We go into our Ballista, which obviously is gonna get negated. That's fine. So the plan here is just to just allow this guy to just bring down his Appaloosa as low as possible. And here I was pretty much going for the double summon play here, and then I would get a beefed up monster. But unfortunately, they had another form of interruption. Yeah. So that's 2 interruptions there so far. We still have 3 negates to go with this Appaloosa. So now I go into Deskbot 10. I plan to activate Ballista's effect and get the open monster to 0 attack. Yeah, this guy, there's no way he's gonna allow that to go. So there's another negate again. So now I go into instant fusion. I go into one of my machine fusions, which will pretty much allow me now to go into my Aurodon. But yeah, I knew this effect wouldn't go through, but the plan was to get this Appaloosa as weak as possible, beat over that Appaloosa, and somewhat clear this guy's board, right? Because he's playing Pendulum. So I'm gonna kill the Appaloosa here. I'm gonna go to Deskbot 3. Deskbot the free effect gonna bring Deskbot 5, which is gonna pop a back row. Pop one of these cards, and then I'm gonna use Ordorian effect to pop one of the skills and go into the Appaloosa in case he has any form of monster effects coming next turn. And then I'm still gonna get Deskbot free effect because of Bullet Train. So we are looking all good, guys. We took down a 4 to get Appaloosa and a pop card, 5 interruptions, and yeah, our opponent's just gonna scoop. Hey guys, come on, guys. Deskbots, $70, come on. Hope you guys enjoy. See you guys next video. Take care.